Today we're discussing when you should and should not use a guarantor loan. Essentially, guarantor loans should only be used for emergency purposes and not for frivolous spending or anything material such as shopping or presents or anything like that. The reason for this is that a guarantor loan can actually be quite expensive relative to its alternatives, with a representative APR of about 49.9%, credit cards that start at 16%, or personal loans which start at 3% up to 7%. They are a lot cheaper. So guarantor loans should only be used for emergencies because you can get the money into your account quite quickly, pay off that emergency over a number of monthly installments, and then you should find yourself in a better financial position. So examples of the types of emergencies are things like paying rent. If you don't pay your rent in time, you do risk paying even more and actually getting evicted. So it's understandable why you would need a guarantor loan to pay for rent. Another example is fixing like a broken boiler in your house. You need hot water, you need heating, and if fixing a broken boiler can cost you £400, you probably want to get that fixed quite quickly. Other emergencies are things like dental, medical, pet bills. You never know when you're going to get sick or you're going to have a tooth which needs to be filled or crowned or something like that. Even fixing a broken tooth can cost over £200 on the NHS alone. How much it would cost private is probably far more. So you do need that money, injection of cash, in order to see you through. Also things like car repairs. If you don't have a car, maybe you can't drive to work or take your kids to school, and with car expenses being quite high, that could actually run into the hundreds of pounds. Furthermore, funeral expenses. This is something which keeps coming up in the press. It can cost over £3,000 to pay for a funeral, to include the director, the coffin, the flowers, headstone, the whole ceremony. It's a very expensive process, and because you may only have a few weeks to bury the person, you may want to get that injection of cash quickly so you can pay it and then worry about paying it off over 5 to 7 years. Feel free to look through the rest of our site for more guides and tips to do with guarantor loans, and of course our main comparison table where we compare the most competitive list of lenders.